Good morning. It's Thursday, February 23rd, 2023. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Wudang Qigong. I'm running behind this morning. I appreciate that you're here, and I will talk about that for just half a second. I have said before, and I'm continuing to work on science fiction story. I've been working on my pitch for that story. It's okay. Probably could be better. Everything can always be better. And as I'm going to turn the slide over. As I was reading back through it and thinking about what I'm doing and what I have to do and what I want to do and that whole combination of things that goes with, all right, what are you going to do now? I have to answer that question. And I'm not quite there yet, but it's close. And there is a big overlap between some of the things that I'm thinking of doing and some of the things that I have been doing in this class. So, I have talked about before that there are language elements, that there are historical and philosophical elements to what we practice that are not easily accessible to someone who doesn't speak Chinese. That's the language that it was written in. This is, to my concept, to my thinking, because this is my experience, very similar to ballet. In a traditional ballet class, the movements are given in French. Doesn't matter where you're learning, doesn't matter what country you're in, doesn't matter. Traditional says it's given in French. Here's the movement. Plie, demi-plie. It's not given. Tendu is not given in another language. It's in French. That port-de-bras. Move the arms, right? There are certain kinds of things in Qigong practice that align directly with and are informed by what we have in the traditional study. There are libraries written about Qi. What is Qi? Qigong. The character Qi. What is Qi? Well, it's air. It's breath. It's this but it's not breath, because breath is hu shi. That's breathing, the physical breath. All right. So breath is what breath? What does that breath mean? Right. How do we understand that? What do we do with that? And how do we get from Qigong is, I'm going to say that again. Qigong, Qigong, Qigong is a breath exercise, and you just learn about breathing, and you learn breathe in and breathe out, and that's it. Qigong, that's what Qigong is. Well, tell me it's something different. If that's not true, what is it then? I've heard almost exactly that question. I've exaggerated it a little bit, but it's pretty close. This is what I believe it is. Tell me I'm wrong. No. Go ahead and believe what you want. The foundation for Qigong, the foundation for learning anything, is having an open mind. It's not coming to class with the idea that I already know everything there is to know, and I want you to dispute that idea against whatever I'm going to claim. Say, there's something here that maybe I don't know that much about. Let me learn a little bit. Let me try to understand something. That approach, that attitude, is much more what we want to cultivate, and that's what gives us the open door. Because I tell you, the person who told me that they already knew everything, I'm happy for you. Bye. No, I don't want to. Right? It's not the person that wants to tell me that I don't know anything because I'm not going to go there today. Also not there, okay? No. Practice as we learn more and more about what it is we're doing in practice. One of the things that I hope I can communicate and do better at is the idea that without being open to what we don't know, we can't learn. Feet about shoulder width apart, bend the knees, wiggle the toes, hands at the sides, open the arms, wiggle the fingers, basic stretch, open to the front, back around to both sides, up along the center line, reach out. Keep the shoulders down. And one more time. Fingertips up. Elbows drop down. Wrists. Hands return to your sides. Alright. Relax for just a second. I'm enjoying a moment here. And I am going to explain. As I have been thinking through what I plan to do next and what I'm trying to incorporate in this class as well, which I just talked about extensively, as well as some of the other things that I'm working on. Just now, I realized that it's not something that I'm going to do. I've already started. And that makes me smile. That's why I was laughing. Because I was thinking about, as I started, I was thinking about this is something that I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, and realized that, no, I've already started. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight, pull up through the crown of the head. Tip the tongue against the roof of the mouth. Ladies, right hand on the outside. Gentlemen, left hand on the outside. Both hands cross at the lower dantian. Both hands connect through the laogong. Breathe in, middle dantian, and breathe out. Sink, bend the knees. Sit behind the heels so that if you were to go all the way down, so that your thighs are parallel to the floor, you could. Open the hip. Relax the breath. Open the mind. Relax the mind. Smile. Breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Hands separate, breathe out, hands down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower, palms up, breathe in, pushing the mountain, breathe out. Again, keep the hip back so that if you were to go all the way down so your thighs are parallel to the floor, you could. If your hip is too far forward, if you're leaning, you cannot. Body mechanics don't work. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Pull back on the first finger, open the loud lung as you push out. Pull back on the middle finger as you pull in. Keep the shoulders down and relax. Keep the arms open. Use the muscles. Try not to be tense. So whenever you extend, pull into the bone. Let the muscles do the work. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hands down along both sides. Breathe out. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Alright. I feel it important to stop and explain something that I just said. I just talked about as you extend, pull into the bone. And I'm going to use my arm because it's easier than trying to use my leg. Okay? As my arm extends, right? I want all of the muscles here to pull closer to the bone as I extend and pull in so that the muscles are used in the most natural way possible. So that means understanding what the muscles look like. What does this look like? Really? What's going on here? I got two bones, and which muscles attach to which muscles move which, what can I do with my arm, forearm, what can I do with my forearm, right? And how do I develop those muscles? How do I develop that? Understand which muscles are connected where. What do I have? What does it physically look like? Wasn't thinking about this when I started, so I don't have the arm out, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to get as close as I can here. Hey, there we go. Arm. Let me get it just big around. Come on. That's the shoulder. That's okay. And come back here to that's your forearm. Yeah? So I'm going to double check something here. just to make sure that I got the right picture. Like I said, I wasn't thinking I was going to do this, but yay, yippee! Bones of the left forearm. Here we are. Okay. 2 bones connected. Knowing that gives you an insight to how the arm can move that you don't have if you don't have that image in your mind that there's 2 bones here, right? We use that. So when I talk about this morning, I gotta move that book. When I was talking about pulling into the bone, all of the muscles pulled into the bone. More important with the leg muscles as we're going up and down, but very important with the arms and the hands for everything that we're doing. Feet about shoulder width apart. Wild goose flying. Shoulders down. Pull up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Pull in even as you extend and reach out. Keep the muscles smooth and supple so that it doesn't bunch. Open through the back. Settle through the hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. Keep the tongue against the roof of the mouth. Last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Palms up, breathe in. Press down along both sides, breathe out. Pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Left side, right side, wild goose diagonal flying. It's still the wild goose, but we're going to the diagonal now. And breathe in and breathe out. Shift right, open the left toes, up on the left. Keep the right toes down and sink. Come to center. Bring the toes back to center. On the left, open the right. Don't lean. Keep the weight behind the heel. Support the weight through the abs, through the hips. Let the hip bend. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pull up even as you settle down. Breathe in. Lower gently. Settle. And come on back up. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Last time. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Hands down along both sides. Breathe out. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Palm supporting heaven. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Open the hip. Use the legs. Breathe in. Breathe out. 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 Open the back. Relax through the hip. Support the weight of the torso through the back and the abs. Support the lower leg through the calf. Use the back of the leg. Upper leg, sorry. Two more. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last time, breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in, palms up. Breathe out. Press down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Alright, I'm going to stop here for today. Lots of things to pay attention to in practice. Some of the things that I've talked about, some of what I'm trying to do, some of the exercises we did today are all part of that. So bringing in a little bit more of the physiology and anatomy, something that I have been thinking about doing. Well, we started. Today I did it. I need to expand that a bit more. The whole idea that we need to know what we can do. What does this do? What can I do with this? Right? The same idea as we have when we're talking about it. I've been teaching sword in another class, so same idea. I'm going to extend what I'm doing. If I don't know what I'm doing, how can I extend it? The philosophy and the holistic practice, the idea of quieting the body, quieting the mind, understanding Qi, what a Qi is, Qi是什么? And coming with that open mind, with the idea that, I don't know everything. I don't know everything. I really don't. I really admit that. I know a lot of stuff, and I can do a bunch of things, but I don't know everything. I don't. I'm never gonna. Sorry. Not really, because nobody can know everything, and anybody who says they know everything probably doesn't, so there's that. The whole picture, if you will. This is the physical movement. This is what's going on inside. This is what I'm doing in practice. I'm paying attention to this circulation, and I'm paying attention to my breathing, and I'm paying attention, trying not to pay attention to the cat. Right? And what am I doing in the exercise? Understanding that. What goes behind that? What are the philosophical underpinnings to what that exercise is? Why does it matter? Because without understanding those underpinnings, it's very difficult to understand what we're trying to do in the exercise. The limitation of language is pervasive. It is. What's available in Chinese, especially if we start talking about some of the old texts, they're only written in Chinese and not been translated, or maybe sometime just very limited translations. There's this much available in Mandarin Chinese, and there's about this much available in English. Okay, that understanding lets me know that I can read some of it, but there's a body of knowledge that I don't have. There's a body of knowledge that someone who can read all of that doesn't have that I have. Understanding all of that is part of what I'm trying to teach. So we're going to bring in what we can learn, and we're going to bring in what we need to learn, and we have to combine that with who we are. How we learn, what we choose to learn, because no matter what's presented, we're going to take in what we choose to learn. We will. Now, the idea is that I want you to choose to take in more, but we're still going to have that. And as we do that, we develop skills that allow us to expand so that we can continually take in more. This idea of emptying the mind is not, it's active. It's limitless. It's the idea of the universe being available. Not present, available. We don't have to think about anything. It's open. And as we move through that practice, as we move through that development of that skill, we start discovering things that we didn't know about ourselves. Part of the learning process. I hope that today's class was informative. I'm working on a little bit more concise presentation, this sort of thing, and if you have any feedback or would like me to do something else or add more or something, I'm happy to hear from you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for being here.